Okay. Oh no. We got a big party so far. I just got out. Let me open up the chat. I just got out of the other office hour, so now I'm like, oh good, there's only 2 people. Hi guys. So I'm totally happy to let people have a few minutes to get themselves here if they're coming. But in general, if you guys have questions, that's how I'm going to run this. You can either, there's a thing to raise your hand, or you can totally type them. There's a chat window, and I'm going to be reading that too. But any questions you have, I'm going to chill. If no one has questions, we can, I guess, relax. But otherwise, I'll let you guys go too. All right, how do you guys do this? Because now I got to do it for me.
Do what? Oh, hi, Mr. Vito.
The zebra.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you see in the bottom left of the screen where it gives you the option to mute yourself or stop your video?
You can do a virtual background. Okay.
Yeah, I have so many of these already prepared, so I can just switch to, like, Adam Sandler on the fly. Like, I'm ready for this.
Okay. Wait, so I have to download something? Dude.
You have to have an image ready, I think.
Well, they have some preset ones, too.
Oh, okay. How you been doing?
I have such a headache.
Oh, that's nice.
This is just in case you don't want to show people what's actually behind you.
I mean, this way I can convince you that I'm not just in my bed because I don't feel like getting up, so yeah.
That's fair. No, I'm all right. How you doing?
I've been bored.
Fair enough.
Not gonna lie. It's been painful, but I'm trying. Like I'm at this point. I'm just hopping on. Like I hopped onto Dr. Nema's Zoom meeting. I'm not in her class, but I need something to do. So we're really reaching here.
So you're auditing classes.
Basically, yeah.
That sounds.
No, it's good. I actually have to learn physics at some point. So.
No, I just got out of. I had 30 students in the Regents Chem office hour I just did, and they ask a lot of questions. I had to mute everyone a couple times because everyone was just socializing.
Very productive.
Yeah, well, I think that's about how we're looking at this, where this whole process is not supposed to be super productive, but just productive enough.
Right. I don't really have any questions about chemistry. I just wanted to check in and say hi.
I appreciate that you do check in, because yeah. I don't know. I'm happy to chill here for a while, but I don't need to hold anyone here if they don't. If anyone wants to talk, we can all talk, but otherwise we can just relax, or you can relax somewhere else. Are teachers teaching via Zoom? Because okay.
Literally none of mine, I don't think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't checked. My schoolwork has been very lax over the past couple of weeks, but
well, I mean, to be completely honest, school might not happen for the rest of the year for you guys, which is unfortunate.
It's not going to.
You don't think so?
I doubt it. I'm just hoping they don't cancel like everything over the summer because I have a really job I'm very excited for, but it's out of state, and like if they don't have that, I don't know what I'm gonna do for 3 months. So
yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I was gonna go on vacation for spring break. That's not happening.
Cool. I mean, your background suggests you're on vacation right now, so
that is pretty much where this is pretty much where I wanted to be.
Hey.
Where I was going to go down to the Caribbean, but yeah, not anymore. Not even going to try it because
next year maybe.
Well, the thing is,
are really cheap though.
Yes. Oh, out of curiosity, I looked up flights to just Miami, just to pick a place. I think they were $37
No, it's sick.
round trip.
It's a
I'm like,
good
oh,
deal.
okay.
Let's go.
Class trip to Florida. I don't know if anyone else has questions.
I'm going to go running, but have a nice day. Enjoy
Go for it.
vacation.
I went for a run this morning. It is nicer today than it was yesterday.
Running in the snow was sick. I don't know what you're talking about. I wish it would snow every day, but like not that much.
I didn't want to like, I don't know, get pneumonia or something.
Yeah, I feel.
But all right.
Have a nice one.
You too. See you around. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Like I said, there's a chat or where you can say stuff, or it's up to you. But I imagine these office hours are going to be pretty chill because with the lessons being relatively slow and straightforward, hopefully, there shouldn't be a ton to explain. I put up the answers if you guys didn't get to see. It deletes my hand and my pen. I put up the answers. If you had problems with them, I'm happy to talk about that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still uploading things. I don't know. You guys can tell me about anything else if you want to. Any other thoughts you have? Yes, no, maybe? I mean, I can also...
Oh, it works.
Oh, yes, you have to turn on your microphone, too.
I'm so bored at home.
I mean, there's nothing to stop you from keep going through the book. I was just trying to set a slow pace just to make sure that I don't want to leave anyone in the dust, and I don't want to make anyone feel like they have to keep up. But there's nothing saying y'all can't move faster. The end of my year is at chapter 11, but there are more chapters. The spectroscopy chapter is pretty interesting. It gets out there.
How come you only go up to 11, 12, 11?
Because that's how much time we have in the year. I guess I could move faster, but then again, it's like, don't overload people. Once you get out of I think chapter 12 is like advanced titration techniques or something like that. So it's kind of related to what we're doing, but then 13 and 14 and 15 get into electrochemistry, and that's pretty unrelated to all the stuff that we've been doing. So to go into it would be like, A, I've never taught it. B, I'm not super familiar with it. And C, since it doesn't connect, it can be very confusing. How's your lack of APs going?
Good.
Have you heard? You guys have heard about everything, right?
They like got rid of like the last 3 units of everything.
So they had, they said that for chemistry too, and that scares the crap out of me because the last 2 or 3 units are acids, bases, and titration. So now I'm going to be like, who's going to take quant? And when they show up, are they not going to know anything? Are they not going to remember anything? Are teachers going to skip stuff?
I think all teachers are just going to cover it. It's just that it won't be tested.
Right. Well, and at this point, depending on the class, I've spoken to the AP Chem teachers. A lot of them have covered it already. Where like April was going to be review anyway. But yeah, we'll have to see. At this point, if we don't go back, I don't know, man. I got to figure out how to give you guys a test. Oh, I have to check to see if everyone submitted their lab. I can even do that now.
I forgot that there was a lab due.
I even pushed it back. I should have reminded you guys. I mean, I should be flexible too with the deadline. I already was, but I can be more flexible. Let's see. Page is loading. Page is still loading. All right, 19 of you. I'm really happy with that. Good for you guys.
How many people are in the class?
22. So pretty good. Fair enough, sugar. Thank you for coming in. Actually, as a point to that, and I'll put this all on YouTube so people who aren't here can watch it. If in terms of like participation and presence, the DOE as a whole has said that we are somehow responsible for taking attendance.
How are they going to guarantee that?
Yeah, I don't know. But also, like, so for me, what I'd like to do, this is, I mean, you guys are here, so I can ask. What I'd like to do is I wouldn't mind doing something where it's like, here's a Google form for my class. Sign into it once a day. The timestamp will tell me when you signed in. That's your attendance. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. I don't know if they're going to like it. And I don't really want you to have to do that for every single one of your classes. But at the same time, I also don't want to like go through this and take attendance and then go through Discord and take attendance and go through Classroom and take attendance and just be like, have I heard from you in the last day, in the last 2 days? Since I'm not seeing faces, I don't quite know how it needs to work. But
Isn't there already an absence thing?
there is one for you guys, right? So like you can send a message when you plan on being absent, but I don't know if they're going to be accepting of if they don't say they're absent, then they're present. They might want something a little more active than that, where it's like, no, you have to show you're here, not just you failed to say you weren't here.
Mm-hmm. My English teacher just did a form on Google Classroom.
I mean, and so if your teachers are already doing it, then maybe I should do it too. What would be smart is if we had one for like the school that you filled out once a day, so that you don't have to fill out one for English and one for science and one for math. But hey.
Well, what's the point of signing in?
Just to prove that you are present and participating in school.
I can create a bot that auto signs.
I don't need to know that. You don't need to tell me that. No, I know you can. I know that you could create a bot that automatically fills out the attendance. You can probably tell it to do it at 8 in the morning too, so it's not arousing suspicion. I know. That's the thing is like they feel compelled to track that you are still in school, even though you're not. And they don't have a methodology for doing it yet, which is why they haven't told us what to do yet. We got an email that said, you can use stars. And we're all like, stars? We never heard of stars. We should have. But the point is, it's like, that's the system we have already, so we're going to use it. And that's it.
I mean, if you do the work, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. And that's the thing. As long as you're doing the work, then I know who's around. I know you guys are there. I know you guys are writing questions and, you know, it's clear enough who's there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, your head just cut off. That's fun.
I like that. This can be fun. Add image and add video. Oh my God, that's so good. I had no idea that you could do this.
In physics, Matthew put a hamster up, a screaming hamster as a video, his background.
Okay. I'm into it.
Can a lab error be school shutdown? Because we have soda in the fridge.
If we ever finish lab C,
I mean, if we ever go back, yeah.
Yeah, if we ever finish lab C. Oh, yeah, the other kids were talking about this. Basically, that's why we have a moratorium on tests, because we're like, for now, if we don't even know we're going back, we don't know how to give you guys a test. We don't know how to do a lab. I am not, no one has told me to do this, but I'm not really a huge fan of like, let me upload some pictures and let you do a lab based on that. I want to let you get in there. That being said, other than the pH probes, you could probably carry out that titration at home. Oh, I guess you need a burette. You need a burette too.
No. I can make a glass burette, do the whole on the stove.
You want to talk about calibrating a burette. You make your own burette based on like, use the mass, use the density. You could make, I'm not going to make you do that. All right, guys, test. Make yourself a burette and titrate soda. I know what the answer is supposed to be.
And the pH probe.
Oh,
Make
buy
one
them on
yourself.
Amazon. Actually, no,
Those
you
are
can't.
expensive. They're like
Is
$80.
No, they're like $15-20.
No, well, really? The ones I saw, like the vernier ones.
Oh, well, yes, but
Yeah, verniers are like pretty expensive.
If they do online APs, how are they gonna like make it secure?
they're not. They are 100% not. And that's, where's Amazon? Just saying. $15. $25. I mean, yeah, there's some expensive. $11. That's soil pH, but like, it would work. No, I have no idea how they're planning on planning on setting up any sort of fidelity or validity, because even if you made it so like the browser, you couldn't navigate out of the browser, you can use your phone. You can be sitting next to someone taking the test, and they can be looking over your shoulder. I don't know, unless they send out a tablet or something. Like, I don't know that they can write. You can write a web page that makes sure you're not using other programs, but that also seems like a pretty large invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
And I guess they could also say, if you don't like this, don't take the test. But the other thing I'm worried about with you guys is, even if you do take this test, how many colleges are going to look at it and say, I don't accept this test because it wasn't even a real test.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're saying it's a 45-minute at home writing, no multiple choice.
I thought it was all multiple choice. It's all free response. Well, that's how they get out of, like, they're going to try and avoid cheating that way.
Mm-hmm.
Because then presumably it's harder to look it up and copy. I'm ruining the green screen. No, I have no idea what they're going to do. They're going to make a decision by April 3rd for chemistry. It sounds like for other courses they already have. So I don't know.
How do you do number 17 on the homework?
You know, I don't even know. Where's my... I could take a look.
Is it just saying it's not, the pH is not the same as a pKa?
Oh, you went and found it for me. Phosphate.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm kind of hoping that you can figure this out.
So it's just the same as a regular buffer.
It's like a regular buffer. The only difference is you've got several pKs. So not getting into this too much, because that's a lesson for next week, actually. I hope I'm not slowing you guys down too much, but I'm hoping to get away with 2 lessons a week instead of 3. But no, the idea is that phosphate, obviously being triprotic, there are 3 different buffer regions. And you guys saw that when you titrated the soda.
Yeah.
Like it stays and it goes up, and it stays and it goes up, and it stays and it goes up. So if you had a substance where you're more than 1 unit away from one of your pKa's, but then you're within 1 unit of another pKa, it's still a good buffer at that range. But then looking at phosphate, you have to look at the actual pK values and figure out where your 3 buffering regions are going to be. And you kind of got a feel for that based on your answers to the homework. So you just calculated what the 100% of each of the forms would be. It would kind of stand the reason that if you had a 50-50 mix of those two, that the pH would be an average of those 2 pHs. So your buffering region's kind of in the middle. I might use that. That actually gets the point across. I like that. Yeah.
I heard they're going to cancel the regions.
No one has said anything yet. What they did say is they're waiving the lab time requirement, so that, you know, if you hadn't done all your labs yet, it's one thing if you were in class and you didn't submit your labs, but it's another if, like, the situation prevents you from doing the lab. I honestly don't know. If they cancel the regions, probably what they'll just say is the teacher's grade will suffice, in which case you're all at my mercy.
We don't take the regions.
Oh, I know. You guys were at my mercy anyway. My big problem is if not even the regions. I don't know how to finish you guys' grade book. I don't know how I'm going to give you a final. I mean, I guess I could send it out and have you send it back, but, like, it's the same thing with the AP. It's like sending out a bunch of free response questions.
Send out 22 versions.
If you write me the program that scrambles for different chemicals in a solvable fashion, yeah, I'll do that. If I had enough lead time, I could probably do something where it's changing enough of each one that there's little chance you'll be able to help each other. But that just seems like a ridiculous time commitment to me.
Mm-hmm.
if we do go back to school, are they gonna extend like the school year?
My assumption is no. People have made plans for the summer. It's not like we're not working right now. Oh, one of the other things that happened is I think they waived the whole school has to meet for 180 days this year. So, like, if we weren't working right now, then yeah, you could make that argument, but we're working. I'm doing stuff with you. So, like, this is an educational day as much as I'm just, at the Northern Lights.
I am definitely doing all my homework right now. Definitely.
Well, at least it looks like you did some of the chemistry at least.
Yeah. I'm doing that and on some.
Fortnite.
No, not that anymore.
Well,
60s.
I saw that. That's the thing. You guys, when you guys are on
Discord.
when you're on Discord, I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. I play like 4 games a day. My head hurts a bit.
I'm not gonna lie. This much screen time, my head hurts, and my hands are starting to hurt because I'm typing so much. Yep. I'm seeing what people are doing.
Oh, why did my profile picture not crop correctly?
Oh, I have to save this. I have to save my previous one. I'm gonna save it to the desktop. Don't know why, but sweet.
Has this ever happened before where they had to cancel school this long?
I mean, this is only my 10th year, but we lost a week of school for Hurricane Sandy. That was what, 8 years ago? Something
Don't you
like that.
remember?
I don't remember at all.
I don't remember which year it was, but I know we were out of school for a week. But they like had us come in on Friday or something, like just the teachers, kind of like last week, where it's like, make sure everything in the building still works because we're trying to bring kids back on Monday. But this has never happened before. So like that's why I'm saying like no one really knows what they're doing. We're kind of figuring this out together as we go.
What even happened last week? Last week was like a break.
For you.
Yeah.
They said treat Monday like a snow day, treat Friday like a snow day. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, teachers went in. We were socially distant, and we were taking the time to plan and test how distance learning would look. I had a couple practice Zoom sessions so that I got to see how the program worked.
Mm-hmm.
With the end result of me being able to go thumbs up and round of applause. And to the fact that I didn't even know how to change my background until just now. But no, we were getting to try different things, see what we wanted our classes to look like, work with our colleagues. Yeah.
Did all the science classes do Discord?
Not all, but definitely some. Dr. Neme did one, and within 5 minutes it had dissolved. She got it back together, but like she called me in because one of the kids wrote, anyone want to jump on Counter-Strike? But she's like, what is this CSGO? Is this a good thing? Is this bad? I don't, I'm like, it's a computer game. They're fooling around. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. I understand you're bored, but I haven't had lunch yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely, because I had an office hour at 1 and I have another office hour at 2. And I was recording a video at noon. I'm working.
You could just eat during the live streams.
I could have, but I didn't know what I was having for lunch yet. I could have just let them talk at each other. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys keep doing what you're doing, unless you have chem questions. But you can also get me on Discord because I'm here. But otherwise, I'll let you have your time because otherwise it's just us chilling. And I'll do this again on Friday. So if we all want to chill on Friday, we can do that too.
Is the only thing due tomorrow the homework, 3 questions? Okay.
And then I'll put up a new lesson Thursday. with stuff that's due on Friday. And I think I might just give you guys the weekend and then I'll put up something on Monday. Basically, that's going to be the deal. Like it's Monday and Thursday, Tuesday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
With Wednesday being...
That sounds like college.
Yeah. And then the Wednesdays, I was actually going to kind of make it like a recitation when it's like, I have those practice tests, right? So I was going to give you the practice tests. We haven't done it all yet. So, but I can give that to you for next week. So that's, yeah. It's working surprisingly well, especially with this course because it's a college course. I'm like, oh, this is how college runs. But yeah. All right. Enjoy your days, guys. I'll
Bye.
catch up with you in a few days.
All right.
Bye.
Okay.